In baseball history, very few baseball players have had as great of a career as Cincinnati Reds legend Johnny Bench. He was a powerful catcher and a strong hitter. Bench's path from a small town in Oklahoma to being honored in the Baseball Hall of Fame shows his incredible skill, hard work, and love for the game. Johnny Lee Bench was born on December 7, 1947 in Oklahoma City, and from a young age, it was clear he was meant for athletic success. He grew up in the small town of Binger, where his childhood was shaped by the strong traditions of rural America and a deep love for sports. His father, Ted Bench, who had played semi-pro baseball, saw his son's talent early on and became both his first coach and his greatest supporter. As a high school athlete, Bench's prowess on the diamond was undeniable. His powerful arm, quick reflexes, and natural instincts behind the plate set him apart from his peers. It came as no surprise when he earned all-state honors in baseball, catching the eye of scouts from across the country. The Cincinnati Reds, recognizing the rare talent before them, selected Bench in the second round of the 1965 amateur draft. Bench's ascent through the minor leagues was meteoric. His skills rapidly developed, and it became clear that he was not long for the lower levels of professional baseball. In 1967, at the tender age of 19, Bench made his major league debut with the Reds. Though his first taste of big league action was brief, it was a harbinger of the greatness to come. The 1968 season was when Johnny Bench truly made his mark in Major League Baseball. In his first full season, he displayed the talents that would define his career. His defensive skills were outstanding, and his strong throwing arm made base runners think twice before trying to steal a base. Bench also had a powerful bat that could turn a game around with a single swing. His performance was so remarkable that he was named the National League Rookie of the Year. This award hinted at the many honors and achievements he would earn throughout his incredible career. As the 1970s dawned, Bench found himself at the heart of one of the most dominant teams in baseball history. The Cincinnati Reds, aptly nicknamed the Big Red Machine, were a juggernaut that would come to define an era of baseball excellence. Alongside teammates like Pete Rose, Joe Morgan, and Tony Perez, Bench was a key cog in a lineup that struck fear into the hearts of opposing pitchers. Behind the plate, Bench's defensive skills were unparalleled. His ability to call a game, frame pitches, and control the running game set a new standard for catchers. From 1968 to 1977, Johnny Bench won an incredible 10 straight Gold Glove awards, proving how dominant he was on defense. His strong throwing arm became famous, and base runners often hesitated to try stealing a base because they knew how hard it was to succeed against him. Johnny Bench wasn't just known for his defense, he was also a strong hitter. With just one powerful swing, he could change the outcome of a game. Throughout his career, he hit an impressive 389 home runs, which highlights his offensive skill. His ability to excel both on defense and at the plate made him a complete player, something rare in any era of baseball. The 1970s were a decade of triumph for Bench and the Reds. The team captured 4 National League pennants and 2 World Series titles in 1975 and 1976. Bench's contributions to these championship runs were immeasurable, both in terms of his on-field performance and his leadership in the clubhouse. His clutch hitting and postseason play became the stuff of legend, with memorable moments that live on in baseball lore. Bench's individual accolades during this period were equally impressive. He was named the National League Most Valuable Player twice, in 1970 and 1972, recognition of his status as one of the game's elite players. His selection to 14 All-Star teams further cemented his place among baseball's greats, as he consistently proved himself to be one of the best players in the game year after year. What set Bench apart from many of his contemporaries was his durability. The position of catcher is notoriously demanding, taking a physical toll that often shortens careers. Yet Bench's conditioning and work ethic allowed him to maintain a high level of play for many years. He caught over 100 games in 13 consecutive seasons, a remarkable feat that speaks to his physical and mental toughness. As the 1980s approached, Johnny Bench started to feel the physical toll of many years as a catcher. To extend his career and take care of his body, he began playing more games at first base and third base. Although this change was needed, it didn't reduce his influence on the game. Even in the later years of his career, Bench continued to be a productive player and a leader both on and off the field. Bench's final season came in 1983, bringing to a close one of the most remarkable careers in baseball history. His impact on the game was immediate and lasting, redefining the catcher position and setting standards that future generations would aspire to meet. The baseball world didn't have to wait long to recognize his greatness. In 1989, just 6 years after his retirement, Bench was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame on the first ballot, a fitting tribute to his extraordinary career. Beyond his on-field accomplishments, Bench's legacy extends to his impact on the game itself. He revolutionized the catcher position, combining offensive production with defensive excellence in a way that had rarely been seen before. His style of play influenced a generation of catchers who followed, all striving to emulate the standard he had set. Off the field, Bench's contributions to baseball and society at large continued long after his playing days were over. He became a popular broadcaster, bringing his insights and love for the game to a new generation of fans. His work with various charities, particularly those focused on children's health and education, showcased his commitment to giving back to the community that had supported him throughout his career. In retirement, Bench's legend has only grown. The accolades have continued to pour in, with recognition from fans, peers, and baseball historians alike. In 1999, he was named to the Major League Baseball All-Century Team, a selection that placed him among the greatest players in the history of the sport. His number 5 jersey was retired by the Cincinnati Reds, ensuring that no other player would ever wear that number for the franchise he had come to define. Johnny Bench's journey from a small Oklahoma town to baseball immortality is a quintessential American success story. His talent, work ethic, and passion for the game propelled him to heights few athletes ever reach. As a key member of the Big Red Machine, he helped create a dynasty that baseball fans still talk about with reverence. As an individual player, he set new standards for excellence that continue to inspire players today. The numbers tell part of the story: the home runs, the Gold Gloves, the MVP awards, but they don't capture the full measure of Bench's impact on baseball. It was the way he played the game, with skill, intelligence, and an unwavering commitment to excellence that truly set him apart. He didn't just play catcher, he redefined what was possible for a player at that position. In the years since his retirement, baseball has changed in many ways. The game has become more specialized, with advanced metrics and technology playing an increasingly important role. Yet the fundamental skills that made Bench great, his arm strength, his game-calling ability, his clutch hitting, remain as valuable today as they were during his playing career. In many ways, Bench was ahead of his time, a player whose all-around excellence foreshadowed the multi-dimensional stars of today's game. As we look back on Johnny Bench's career, it's clear that his impact on baseball extends far beyond his impressive statistics or even his 2 World Series championships. He became a symbol of excellence, a player who represented the very best of what baseball could be. His legacy is not just in the record books or in Cooperstown, but in the countless young players who have been inspired by his example to push themselves to be the best they can be. In the end, Johnny Bench's story is more than just a baseball story. It's a story about the pursuit of excellence, about setting high standards and working tirelessly to meet them. It's a story about leadership, both on and off the field. And it's a story about the enduring power of sports to capture our imaginations and inspire us to greatness. As long as baseball is played, the name Johnny Bench will be spoken with reverence. He was, quite simply, one of the greatest to ever play the game, a player who changed his position, his team, and the sport itself. His journey from small-town Oklahoma to the pinnacle of baseball success is a testament to talent, hard work, and the enduring appeal of America's national pastime.